Hey guys, so one of my favorite things to have at Christmas is Rice Krispie Squares. Well, not even just at Christmas, at any time. So who doesn't love Rice Krispie Squares, right? So I want to put a vegan spin on one of my favorites. And you just have to look around town and you will find the ingredients. I found vegan marshmallows, oh yes I did, and vegan Rice Krispies. So I'm going to be making the bomb peppermint, that's right, dipped in chocolate, with candy canes, vegan Rice Krispie Squares. So I'm going to show you what we're going to need and let's get started. So for this recipe, we're going to need 1 bag of vegan marshmallows. I have these big, huge ones. I wanted the little mini ones, but they didn't have them, so we're going with this. If I need to chop them up, I will. Let's see how it goes. In with those, I'm mixing 1/3 cup of vegan margarine and also 1 teaspoon of organic peppermint extract, and that's what we're going to use for the marshmallow mixture. For the chocolate mixture, we're using 2 cups of vegan chocolate chips mixed with 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. And for the Rice Krispies, we need 6.5 cups of vegan Rice Krispies, a little bit of salt, and here is the crushed candy canes that are going to go on top. Now you can buy just the regular wrapped candy canes and smash them with a hammer. I did that one year because I thought it would be fun. Trust me, it's not. If you can find them already crushed, I recommend you go with that. Okay, so I did end up cutting them up a little bit. I cut them up with kitchen scissors just because, I don't know, I was having a panic attack and thought they'd be too big. So I'm going to put in the 1/3 cup of vegan margarine, and then we're going to put this in the microwave at 30-second intervals and then just keep stirring until it's all nice and melted. Okay, and it just wouldn't be a normal day for me if I didn't mess something up. So I just put these in for 30 seconds and I was stirring them, and then look what I saw. Oh yeah, the peppermint extract. I totally forgot to put that in. So I'm gonna put in 1 teaspoon. I think that will make it nice and pepperminty. And then I'm gonna pop this back in for another 30-second interval and keep stirring. Smells awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually put these marshmallows into a bigger bowl because I don't think that bowl is going to be big enough to mix everything in. And I'm going to take the 6.5 cups of Rice Krispie Squares and start stirring them in with the marshmallow mixture. And once it's all nice and mixed, then we are going to put it into a pan and pop it in the fridge. So be right back. Okay, so now this is what the mixture looks like all together. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little hard to do. So now I am going to transfer this into a pan lined with parchment paper and smush it all down, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge and let it set. Okay, so here's what it looks like. We've got it in the pan now, and the peppermint, I gotta tell you, smells delicious. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge for 2 to 4 hours until it sets. Then I'm gonna cut it into squares. We're gonna mix up the chocolate mixture and the candy cane sprinkles and put that on top. Side note, yes, I know I forgot to put the salt in. At this point, I really don't care. So we're gonna put this in the fridge and continue on with the rest of this recipe. See you in 2 to 4 hours. Okay, so the Rice Krispie Squares have chilled now for a couple hours, and I just took them out of the fridge, and I'm gonna do this on camera, and I hope that it turns out. So I'm picking it out with the parchment paper. We're gonna take the pan and put it there, and then what I wanna do is cut it into squares. Hang on, I'm just going to adjust here. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a knife and, don't mind my hands all over it, cut it into squares. So far, so good. Haven't cut myself, it's looking good. I'm gonna try to do it as evenly as possible. And then we are going to get the chocolate sauce ready for dipping. So I'm just gonna continue cutting these and we'll be right back. Okay, so that made 16 pretty big size squares, and now we're gonna go melt the chocolate. So the next step is taking 2 cups of vegan chocolate chips, and I'm going to put in 2, I think tablespoons. I think I said teaspoons. I don't know, either tablespoons or teaspoons, one or the other, of some coconut oil. And then we're gonna put this in the microwave and just keep on stirring it at 30-second intervals. So this is the consistency that you want, just a nice smooth chocolate sauce. So we are going to dip the Rice Krispie squares in and then sprinkle them with some peppermint crushed candy cane stuff. Yummy! I probably should have used a better melting method than this, but this is gonna be fine. So what we're gonna do is we are going to dip in the Rice Krispie squares. I'm gonna dip them in about halfway, just like so. And then I'm gonna place them on a baking sheet. And then once these are all done, I'm going to put them in the fridge for probably about half an hour, and then they'll be good to go. So stay tuned. Okay, I literally have chocolate sauce all over everything. So these were a little messy. They might not look super pretty, but hey, we're gonna put some candy cane stuff on them. And then that's gonna make everything all right with the world, right? Oh, shoot, hang on. Okay. Oh, see, they look better already. I was panicking for nothing. It's just that I'm just not the neatest person when it comes to baking or life. But here we go. Wait till you see these. They look really, really good. Doesn't that look yummy? I mean, I know they're all dripping with chocolate, but I think they're gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna put them in the fridge for half an hour, and then we'll be good to go.